Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name. Can we talk for a minute? Da, da, da. Hi. How you doing? Where y'all came from? Oh, that's my bathroom door. Okay. What in the snitzel's going on here? We're back with another video, and underneath me, I am crocheting a blanket. So that's basically what y'all gonna be seeing me doing if I'm not doing anything else, or if I just. But today, we're going to read a story from the subreddit. Am I the a-hole? Yes. Yes or no? And it's basically saying, am I the a-hole for asking my girlfriend to stop knitting so much? I saw that title in solidarity with the knitter herself. Since I crochet and sometimes I knit, I'm not as good as knitting as I am crocheting. I decided to start crocheting in solidarity with her. And also I do loom knitting, so that's like completely different from regular knitting. I make hats. So right now I'm just working on this blanket. Give me 1 second and we gonna get started. It says, the OP is 30, male, girlfriend, 27, female, is really into knitting and has been long before we started dating 3 months ago. Okay, so what's the problem? At first it didn't bother me and I thought it was cool that she has a hobby, but then I realized just how much she does it. Granted, she's not pulling out a knitting hook at dinner or anything, but it seems like whenever we're watching TV together or hangouts at her place, she's always working on some project. She says she needs to keep her hands busy and it's like fidgeting for her. But I severely doubt that she can be fully present. You don't have to pay attention when you fidget, and she literally always jokes that she doesn't know how to count. She claimed it's not all the time, but it's definitely more often than not. She argued that she could follow TV plots just fine, but when I quizzed her on the details, she couldn't answer me some of the questions, so I think my point stands. She said, if it's an important conversation, I obviously put my work down, but I think we have different definitions of what important means. My thing is, you knew that she knitted a lot when you first met her. You didn't think to at least ask her these questions beforehand. And I get her on the part, like sometimes some things, unless it's super important and I'm really working on a project, or I'm really like, for instance, how I'm doing both of these right now, I find both equally important. So my brain categorizes it as something that I could do at the same time, read while knitting, because I'm used to my fingers moving a certain way and I'm used to having the movement going. So I don't really need to look down all the time. I only look down to make sure that I'm not missing anything. But my thing is, I understand what you're getting, like you want to spend time with her and stuff like that, but you have to understand that you knew that she was a knitter when you got with her. You knew it was like a constant thing that she does. It's like why do y'all discuss, this is the thing that makes no sense to me when it comes to new relationships. Do any of y'all ever discuss anything with the person that you're trying to get with? Like, do y'all even discuss what both y'all like? Do y'all even like go into detail of, oh, what do you see as something that's important? What is your view on marriage? What's your view on having children? What's your view on, like, y'all don't go down the list, or like, what's your religion? What's your belief system? This is that and the third. Y'all don't go down on none of that. Y'all just like, oh yeah, I like you, you like me, we go together, boom, boom. That's not how it works. And then you can't get mad when all of a sudden it doesn't work out how you want it to. That's not how that's not how it's supposed to go. And legit, I'm gonna be right back real quick, because there's legit, for some reason, a mess out the woodworks. You would think my smoothie got all over the place. Give me 1 second. Can't take my eyes off you. Dun, dun, dun. Had to bring my chair back up real quick. And now I'm back, and we're going to continue reading. Now that I got my first. There we go. There's my hook. I was like, where's my hook? Okay, let's start back again. Granted, she's not. Oh, okay. I already read that. Why didn't y'all have this discussion on what is important? Like I'm so confused. I also told her I would like to be able to cuddle and physically interact with her during TV time. She said we could still cuddle, but it's literally not the same. I want her to be interested in me and not some pile of yarn. This might be petty, but I think I might feel better if she knitted things for me. But it's always things like bags of clothes for herself or like random squares. She did make a pretty cute toy for my dog, though. It was actually nice. Anyway, I sat her down the other day and told her about my perspective. And instead of being willing to compromise, she told me that I'm the one that's not listening to her essential and calling me an asshole. She's a great girl and I don't want to lose her over this, but also not sure what to do. Okay, now first I was knitting solidarity to her. Now I see what you're saying. You did tell her your perspective. My thing is, one, y'all should have this discussion beforehand of, hey, is there any hobbies that you do constantly? Like, is there something that I need to know about? Like, what's your view on things that are important? This is that and the third. Because you did try to actively communicate. I will give you that. You did try to actively communicate with her after the fact. And you basically like told her, hey, this is how I feel about it. And I get what you're saying now. It's not really selfish to want like your significant other to make something for you if it's like something that they constantly do, like a little gift. It's cute, but at the same time, both of y'all need to learn how to compromise. You were willing to compromise in a way, but you didn't too much bring it up until it actually got out of hand. And at that point, I have to fault you for it because you should have already known. It could go either or. When you are about to have a conversation with somebody, you must already have the conversation within yourself of what you're going to accept and what you're not going to accept. And you're going to also have to have a talk with her saying, hey, look, this is not it. It's not. I understand that you fidget and I understand that this is something that you do, but sometimes I would like for you to spend more physical time with me. And that means like putting the yarn down and you just either us just hugging or just cuddling without you having to knit something or make something. I want us to be able to watch a movie without you being always involved in your knitting and stuff. I would love for you to just pay attention to me sometimes. And he says, she's a great girl and I don't want to lose her over this, but I'm not sure what to do. If this continues and is really a big problem for you, I say there's nothing that you can do. It's either you deal with it or you don't deal with it and you leave. That's just my opinion. I can't really say you're the a-hole. And like also, she's crocheting as I got. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. I hate that top. It pops the juices everywhere. I'm talking about my smoothie. Sorry about that. I might feel better because after she needed things from me. Slight Nail 5869 said, I was kind of feeling a bit sorry for you up until this point because you're just some needy, whiny person who needs to be at the center of their partner's world. You're not happy with their knitting, but if she's knitting for you, you might feel better about it. Do you even know how that sounds? They've been together for 3 months. 3 months and she has this hobby for years. He's like, I'm sad and when we are not about me. My thing is, her hobby is crochet. Okay. Because I was just like, what the heck? He was like, oh, she's knitting. For anyone that does not know what knitting is, you need 2 knitting needles. They go from side to side. They have to be the same length. And you go in like this motion for knitting. Crocheting, this is a crochet hook. This is a 10 millimeter, okay? This is a movement of crocheting. Let me show you. Because I have a loop yarn. So I take this, put it in this hole, bring it through with my crochet, and then I continuously do that for each hoop or for each row. And so my thing is, they've been together for 3 months. Okay. And I'm grateful for the comments to provide a different perspective. I wouldn't say necessarily he's the a-hole. It's more like y'all didn't have this conversation beforehand and really communicated how exactly this is going to show up in your life. My thing is, if she's done this for years, baby, she ain't changing because you've been in here for 3 months. 3 months. And I also get what they were saying. That also threw me off as well. That I wouldn't have a problem if she made something for me. Like, there's nothing wrong with wanting your partner to make you something so you can feel like you're a part of herself. But if she's been knitting and she's working on projects, that's probably also how she makes her living. You don't know that. You probably haven't even asked her that. And movies, you can always watch movies back to back. Who cares? Movies can easily be rewatched. It's like the movies are not going anywhere. They're already put out. If you have DVDs, then I'm pretty sure you still can watch the movies. Or if you have Amazon Prime, you bought it offline, you can still watch it. Disney Plus, Hulu. Like, you could legit go in there, find the movie that you want to watch, click it. Even YouTube has where you can watch older movies for free. And also, I'm not gonna completely fault her. I'm not gonna completely let her off the hook as well. My thing is, you should have told. Like, I understand, but both of y'all, neither one of y'all wanted to compromise. You want her to give up the fitting thing unless it's making for you. So, and she's not going to get up knitting just to make you comfortable. Both of y'all going to have to meet your compromisation or your relationship is going to fail. That is just my opinion. Because the way it's looking, it looks like both y'all want to have some sort of control over what the other person does. Because she's trying to tell you, well, you mostly, sir, who want to have some type of control over what she does. You said at first, you was like, oh, it's nice that she has a hobby. Then as it started becoming more and more apparent that it's more than just a hobby, it's her lifestyle, it's what she does, that you start to be bothered with it because you are no longer her main focus. You're not something that she takes as priority. You should have told her how you felt, and you should have told her, hey, I don't like what you're doing. Not really how I don't like what you're doing, but I don't like how this is your main focus. I would like for us to spend some time together, like just a day together without you crocheting. I would love for you to do that. Instead of just probably what you did is go, can you like stop knitting altogether? Because you legit said in the title, for asking my girlfriend, hold on, we going all the way to the top, to stop knitting so much. I'm pretty sure you told her to stop knitting, period. And that's why she was like, you don't understand. Because it sounds like y'all been together for three months. And it's already a big problem. And y'all have just been together for 3 months. 3 months. It's never that serious. Either have a discussion with her again, and if it don't work out, leave. So I'm trying to tell this lady to stop doing something that she's been doing for years. She's not going to change. I'm letting you know this now. She's not going to change. Just because you're 30 and she's 27, that woman's frontal lobe has fully developed. She's like, yeah, nah. If you have a problem, you could easily leave. So either do a pros and cons or cut your losses and leave if it's really that big of a deal. Because I'm pretty sure during dinner, then why don't you have a dinner and movie? Work ways around it, because some people, that's what they like doing. Like, if it's her fidgeting, then some people, it doesn't change. It doesn't change. Fidgets just don't simply go out in the wind. For me, mine is more of a hobby. Hers is not a hobby. Hers is like legit a part of her life. And she's been doing this for years. You can't just up and tell her that she needs to change it. Just tell her, and just have a conversation with her again, and just say, I'm not trying to stop you from doing what you love, babe. I'm just simply trying to get you to understand how I feel. And I would love for us to spend more time together. I understand we're in the starting stages of our relationship, but I would like for it to be more me and you time, more time for us to cuddle and without you having to fidget so much. Like, is there any way I could provide you comfort so you could instead fidget with your yarn, you could fidget while you're dealing with me or while you're hugging me? Like, you could just play with my arm hair or something. I don't know. Give her something to work with, son. Anyway, But that's all for your co-host. Love you, peoples. Ta-da! And make sure y'all take care. Comment, subscribe, like. Let us know how y'all feel in the comments, because for this, I really don't have that much of an opinion, because it's like a 50-50. It's like, depending on what you said, because you don't tell us exactly what you said to her. Depending on what you said, yeah. But if you were just simply trying to tell her that, hey, yo, this is how I feel about it, then that's different. But anyway, well, I'll be back when the day is new, and I have more ideas for you. And you'll have things that you want to talk about.